Balinzchat. Today I'm going to be chatting with former Melbourne Storm player and Gladiator, Sandor Earl. Enjoy. Sandor Earl, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Oh, mate, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so the first question is, well, not really a question. For those who are unfamiliar about you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I am a former professional athlete, NRL player. That's where we met once upon a time. And I started playing at the young old age of 3 or 4 years old. Debuted with the Roosters, played for Penrith Raiders, and then finished my career with the Storm. I've now transitioned into, I'm a partner in a new fitness franchise called Air Locker Training. So it's team training in altitude. And now I'm lucky enough or grateful enough to be Phoenix the Gladiator. So that's a quick little rundown of my life in a nutshell.
That's so cool. So these couple questions are your Storm career.
Okay, cool.
How did you get involved with the NRL?
Mate, when I was about 3 or 4 years old, credit to my mum. My mum's a big sports fan, loves rugby league. She was actually my first coach when I was about 3, 4 years old. So I still think she loves football more than I do, mate. But that's how I got involved. And I played all sorts of different sports as I was growing up. I just loved it. But at about, I'd say 15 to 16, you kind of got to make a decision as to what path you want to go down. And for me, it was definitely rugby league. And then I was a local Roosters junior and then just worked my way up. And look, there was a lot of good players around me at that age, especially with the Roosters, a lot of Queensland guys coming in, a lot of Kiwi guys coming in. And it was very competitive. But I think I just always had a personal self-belief and always thought if I can outwork everyone, I'll make it. And I was lucky enough to debut at the age of 19.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So what is it like being a rugby player?
Mate, it's amazing. As I said, I had a dream at a young age to do this. So to have a lifelong dream, when I started playing first grade in the NRL, it was a great moment, but really it was a reflection of all the years of hard work, all of our, my mum didn't drive a car. So we caught buses and trains everywhere, and it was just, and I got injuries and all the time and commitment. That's what it was a real reflection of. So to have, not a lot of people, mate, have a dream in life. So to make my dream come true, that was an amazing thing in itself. But to be a rugby league player is amazing. Like, I'll tell you, when you go to the Melbourne Storm, it doesn't matter who you are, what type of player you are, how experienced you are, your first 2 weeks of training, you have to work in a trade. So you have to go and do landscaping, building, plumbing, whatever it is. And you have to go to training at 5 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. So when you do that, you realize, okay, I really appreciate being a rugby league player because there could be far worse things I could be doing.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
What did you most enjoy about being a rugby player?
I think the best thing was being around 30 of my best friends every day, so every day I got to go to work and I would just be hanging around my friends and training and having a good time. So you do miss that when you leave. I'm sure your dad and plenty of other people will tell you that, school's like a bit of a drag at the moment, but when you leave, you're like, I wish I could be around my friends all day, every day. So that's kind of what football is like. So that's why I really loved it, just being a part of a team.
Oh, okay. And it's good to see your friends once in a while.
Best.
Okay, now Gladiators. So what is the show Gladiators?
So Gladiators is a show that was originally around in the 80s and 90s. I think it originated from America. And then Australia was lucky enough to host the Gladiator series in the 90s, which when I was a kid, I was about 5 or 6 when the first series came out. And what happens is people from everyday walk of life come into the arena and battle the gladiators in different events. And they're trying to win to either win a prize or for us this season, they're actually playing to become a gladiator.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's pretty cool, but it's good fun. Have you watched it yet?
Yeah, I've watched pretty much nearly all the episodes so far.
What's your favorite event so far out of the 4?
Probably the first one when you like the first duel when you like
the duel,
seconds.
The duel's fun. It is fun, but you get you get nervous. It's just you and one other person. You're about 2.5 meters in the air, so it's pretty cool. But Yeah, I like that one too. Powerball's good because it's kind of like footy, and
Oh.
pyramids also fun. I think it's a bit favoured towards the Gladiators, that one.
That's so cool. So what's it like being Phoenix?
It's amazing. I'll be honest. It's not too different to who I am as Sandor. I think the only difference is Sandor doesn't really get around in a crop top and short shorts with a golden cape. So I think that's the main difference.
Oh, wow. How did you get involved in being in the Gladiators?
I was lucky enough to be the production company, Warner Brothers. They reached out and asked me if to be honest, mate, I thought it was a bit of a joke at first. I was like, what? Is this real? And mate, when I found out it was, I was like, wow, this is awesome. Like the chance to be a gladiator. I was a big fan as a kid. So it was a no-brainer for me. And, Gladiators is, if you think about what I do every day, mate, in the fitness space, it was just such a great opportunity and a platform to continue to do what I'm really passionate about, which is make an impact on other people and hopefully inspire some people. So it was a great opportunity.
Okay. What's been your favorite event so far? Like Powerball, Pyramid. What's your favorite event?
Yeah, it's tough because they're probably three of my favorites. I personally love the duel. I love that one-on-one battle. I got a big battle coming up on Sunday, actually. But the Powerball's great because it's got that footy feel to it. And Pyramid, it's always fun. It's always fun throwing people off the pyramid.
Yeah, it looks fun. What's
fun if you're me, not fun if you're the contender.
Yeah. Well, at least it's a soft padding.
That's right. Lucky it's a soft padding. Did you see last night's episode?
I watched a little bit of it.
Yeah, watch on the pyramid. There's if it wasn't soft padding, there'd be some problems.
Well, okay. What's involved in being a gladiator?
Well, firstly, obviously, you need to make sure you're fit, healthy, strong, ready to compete. Mate, the Gladiators have got we've got, obviously myself, I used to play rugby league. We've got, his name's Drag and he's coming into the show. He's a UFC fighter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We got a couple of world record holders, some CrossFit Games athletes. So you got to come in and be prepared and strong and ready to compete. And then I think, yeah, it's just making sure you got a good strategy, you're competitive, you're hungry, and at all costs, you're protecting that gladiator legacy in the arena.
Yeah. Is it hard to protect that?
It is hard. It is. The games are hard. I actually got a few decent injuries, and as you've seen on the show, there's been some injuries of the contenders. So it is tough, big days, but it's all worth it in the end.
Yeah, wow. What are your plans for the future?
Mate, my plans for the future, I'm very grateful that after footy, I have something that I'm really passionate about, which is helping other people, health, fitness, shifting people's mindsets. So I actually am a part owner in a fitness franchise. We have 30 around the country now called Air Locker Training. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's really cool. So we train in teams, strength and conditioning, and we train at altitude. So what happens when you go into the room? Right now, bro, we're at 21% oxygen, right? The air that we breathe. When you go into the room, it's 14%. So wow. So it's a third less oxygen, and it's like you're on a mountain about 3,500 or 4,000 meters up. Yeah, so it just makes it a little bit harder, intensifies it, but it means we can get some great results, and it's a really powerful, what we call a controlled stress, which means if I was to do something that is stressful, like an ice bath, how people do that? Yeah. They do it because it's uncomfortable. But when they do it and they overcome it, they can handle uncomfortable things. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's really cool that you're doing that. Yeah, it is cool. All right, now just some quick fire questions. All right. Favorite color? Oh, I'm going to say blue now. Oh, okay. Or purple. Favorite food? Favorite food's definitely got to be steak. Oh, yeah. Yes. Nice juicy steak. That's it. Dogs or cats? Dogs. I'm allergic to cats. Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. Favorite moment from your Storm career? Favorite moment would have to be, I would say, first try back after, all those years. Oh, wow. That'd be amazing. Yeah. And favorite moment being a gladiator? Ooh. Again, probably those first moments, but I would say my favorite episode is the semi-final. So we're a couple away from that. So I would say that episode in its total, like I get a bit of a rivalry going in the finals with a contender. I would say semi-final to come. That'll be my favorite episode. You'll see what I mean when you watch it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yes.
So thank you so much for taking your time thank you so much.
Mate, thank you so much. I'm really proud of you for what you're doing. Similar to you, mate, I wish I had done it at your age, but as I started to get into my teens, I realized how important and valuable it was to be able to speak and on camera. And I didn't get the opportunity to do what you're doing, but I also got into podcasting in my 20s because I understood the value of it, and I love the opportunity to speak to people and build my confidence. So, mate, what you're doing now is amazing. Keep doing it. Don't give up. Even when it gets tough, those are the best moments. That's where you get your greatest lessons.
Thank you so much.
No worries, buddy.
Thank you so much for watching that, chat. Make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.